Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, I'm going to be letting you know the Welsh starting lineup for the upcoming fixture up against Fiji. But if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But nonetheless, let's get straight into this lineup. Right, so Wales have very recently announced their side that is going to be taking on Fiji. 4:15 AM New Zealand time is when this game is going to be kicking off. It should be a very exciting one though. Wales very close to being able to take down the Springboks last week, whereas Fiji, they were able to get themselves a decent win over Spain, but there was that little bit of rust early on in that game, but they definitely built into it in the later stages, which is why this one, it is going to be a very hard-hitting affair between the two sides, and I am very, very excited for it to take place. It is the last game of the weekend that we are going to be seeing as well. It is on the Monday morning here in New Zealand, but it will be Sunday over there in Wales for this game. But nonetheless, looking at the Wales starting lineup, they have got a few changes from last week. We will start with the front row. Number 1, it is Reece Keir. Number 2, Ryan Elias. And then number 3, Thomas Francis. So the same front row as they did go with last week up against the Springboks. And looking at the locks, and it is identical to last week as well. Will Rowlands will be slotting in at number 4. And then at 5, it is Adam Baird. Now, Alan Wynne-Jones, he is still going to be out for the rest of the year, and also maybe the Six Nations as well, although that man, he will definitely be keen to get himself back in that Welsh kit. But at this stage, they have not just lost him as the captain, they have not got Jonathan Davis in this game either, so that is going to be another big hit for the Welsh in this one. But nonetheless, now looking at the loose forwards, now they have gone with Ellis Jenkins once again. He did make his return to the Welsh side after 1,000 days off. He was back. And then number 7, they have actually gone with Thomas Young, who plays very well for the Wasps in the Gallagher Premiership, so great to see him get an opportunity here for Wales. And then number 8, they have gone with Tame Basham, so they're transitioning him from 7 that he was playing last week. Wainwright is not in the starting lineup, and instead Basham, who will be starting at number 8, but that is the fullback. Now looking at the backs, number 9, it is Kieran Hardy, who is getting the start over Thomas Williams, who was starting last week. Then number 10, Dan Bigger, so he is once again going to be that playmaker in the number 10 jersey, having to work hard up against this Fijian side that could throw a lot at this Welsh defence, but it does mean that there is opportunity for Wales to be able to really use that structured game that they have got to try and break through. But now looking at the centres, 12 is going to be Johnny Williams, with number 13 being Josh Adams. So he has transitioned from the wing for last week's match. There is no sign of Jonathan Davis, like I mentioned a little bit earlier on, which I'm not sure whether or not that is to do with injury or if they are resting him for that game next week up against the Wallabies, but I assume more than likely it could be an injury that will be leaving him out of this one. Then looking out on the wings, Lewis Rees-Zammit going to be slotting in at number 11, got plenty of pace. Definitely with that acceleration, will be exciting to see him maybe go up against, I want to see him up against Tuasova, but they may decide that Tuasova may be better in the midfield for this fixture perhaps. And then out on the other wing in the number 14 jersey, it is going to be Alex Cuthbert getting his start for this one, his first start of the end of year Autumn International Tour. And then at number 15, it is going to be Liam Williams, who did come off the bench in the last match for Wales, but now he is going to be starting, replacing Johnny McNichol, who was there for the start. But nonetheless, that is the starting lineup for Wales. Now we look at the reserves, and they are going to be as follows. Number 16 is going to be Bradley Roberts. He did have his debut last week up against South Africa. Then at number 17, it is going to be Gareth Thomas. And then at number 18, Will Griff-John will be getting that bench position. Then looking at number 19, it is going to be Christ Chinza. He is getting his debut. Plays for the Exeter Chiefs in the Gallagher Premiership. Will be great to see him earn his first cap in the Welsh kit. And then they have gone with Seb Davies as the number 20 option for this one. Thomas Williams at 21, so he is still there, but he is not starting this one. Instead, going to be coming off the bench for a little bit of a late impact perhaps. Then number 22, they have gone with Callum Sheedy. He wasn't originally available for that very first match up against the All Blacks due to the fact that it did fall outside of that November international window, but now he is back. He will be ready to go off the bench as well, because that is somewhere that Wales, I feel that they should have more stamina in the later stages of this game than Fiji. Fiji will start fast and start hard, but it's whether or not they can keep up that momentum throughout the whole game, which is something that Wales, I feel, may have that little bit of an advantage there because of the fact that it is going to be number 9 Wales versus number 11 Fiji. But I did see if Wales do lose this game, they actually drop to 11th and Fiji would take the 9th place position, which would be the lowest ranking that Wales have ever been. So that is certainly not what they will have on the cards. They will want a big win here and try and push themselves up just a little bit further. But then number 23, to close out the starting lineup and reserves, it is going to be Nick Tompkins, who does get that reserve spot. But nonetheless, that is the starting lineup and reserves. Like I mentioned, 4:15 AM on Monday morning here in New Zealand. We are going to be doing our watch-along live stream where we do our own live commentary, so be sure to check that out. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next one.